Hello, hello, hello everyone. My name is Teresa Siderio and I am your Jersey Mama. Before I start, I just want to let everybody know that I am not a chef or a nutritionalist, and I say this with a lot of my videos. So what I like to do is just share what I like to eat and try new things. So with that being said, I welcome everyone that comes on. And if I don't respond to what you're writing or typing, it's because I can't see the screen. So I will get back to you on any comments that you have made. And if the comments that are in the screen do not get in the way of the cooking, of seeing what I'm making, just all you have to do is just swipe it to the right, and if you're on your phone or whatever, and you'll be able to see what I'm cooking without all the comments that do come up. So I thank you for those of you who are hopping on, and for those of you who are going to see my video, and I hope that you enjoy what I am going to make. Today I'm going to make a seafood stew, and I'm going to make it over organic brown basmati rice and some sautéed broccolini. And then after everything's all done, I'm going to go drive over to my husband's work and drop it off to him like I did last week, and I know he'll enjoy this. So please feel free to share this video. Please comment below. Please be nice. I have decided not to do away with the music that I normally put on, because I know some of you out there who have a hearing problem have mentioned in the past, and I'm so sorry about that for those of you who couldn't read or listen to what I was saying because of the music that's going on. So taking into everybody's needs into consideration, you're just going to hear me, and I talk, and I like to talk, and it's in my DNA. So without saying you talk too much, I already know. So with that being said, what I have here is a pot of boiling water with some salt in it. And I also have broccolini. Now, this is the neatest contraption. I like to share new ideas. I like to share products when I'm cooking. This my son bought for me one Christmas and stuck it in my stocking. And basically what it does is it cuts through everything. He saw a commercial. You can just cut and it's done. It cuts through everything. So I am going to blanch the broccolini in some salted water. What I might even do too is I might go ahead and just put a little bit of lemon in that. This little instrument, my mother-in-law was the queen of gadgets, and this, she died when she was 94. We're going on 3 years of her anniversary of her death, and I was able to manage to salvage this in her little gadgets. So while this is boiling, you're going to just boil it for about 3 minutes, and then you're going to place it in cold ice water. So this way it stops the process down from overcooking, and this way you can have it out more al dente. You can cook it a little bit longer while you're sauteing it, so this way it will be softer for you. But this is the thin broccolini. In this pan over here, hopefully you'll be able to see this. Can you see you see this pan right here? Okay. I have a little bit of olive oil. Those of you who are not watching your weight and you want to add some butter, then go ahead, add some butter to it. You're more than, make it the way you like it, but I put olive oil in this. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon and a half of garlic, chopped garlic. Those of you who saw my videos before know I like to pre-chop my garlic. Now, what I did was I had some plum tomatoes, and I more or less cut the plum tomatoes in half, and I made it more of a like a salsa, or what do they call it? Like a bruschetta. Okay. Where's my rag? Here we go. What I did was I cut it in half, and then I take the vein out. Let me show you what I did. Because a lot of you will just cut it, and then you'll have all the seeds in it. And I don't want this. I want this to be more like a stew and not a sauce. I don't want it to be a sauce. I want it to be a little bit lighter. So this piece right here, that piece right there is what you're going to take out. And then you're going to slice it. You're going to slice it in thin slices and then slice it the other way to give it more of a chop. Put that over here. So while this is sauteing, you don't want it to get real brown. You just do it like a couple seconds. You're going to throw the tomatoes in there. You're going to season it with some fresh black pepper. You are going to do the sea salt, but be careful with the sea salt. You don't want it to be real salty. Doesn't everybody just love the smell of garlic? Oh my gosh, it's just so darn good. I feel sorry for the people that can't have it. Salt, pepper, some peppercino. I wanted to have a little kick. I know that seems like a lot, but there's holes in there. Because this is a fast cooking meal, you want to be, here we go, we're going to take the broccolini out now. And I'm going to put it in an ice water bath. So this way it stops the cooking process, because you still have to cook it in the olive oil, which I believe I already said. Oh, there's another piece. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to bring this over, the other pan over, with some olive oil already in it. And what I do with the garlic. I'm going to add some garlic to that. You could just judge with your garlic, because you know how much you like. Even though I like the broccolini, I like to see the garlic in there. It's really, I gotta add a little bit more. Okay, so we'll put this on a slow simmer, because you're not going to go, it's not going to be on there real long. Then you get, I bought the Cento clam juice. And you're going to put it in there. I should have done some wine, but guess what? I forgot. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the broccolini and you're going to put it on a paper towel. You want it to drain on the paper towel, so this way when you go to put it in the pot, it does not splatter from the water. Throw that out. The broccolini's on here. Dampen it. You don't want splatters. I've ruined plenty of aprons, or not aprons, shirts. That's why I wear aprons now. Like my apron, thanks to Pauletta. It says hashtag Jersey Mama. I had her make that for me. Okay. So I have on low the olive oil and the garlic. While that simmers up, I'm going to add some fresh parsley. I'm going to add some fresh basil, even though the basil, because to cook it in here to give it that flavor. I didn't want a real tomatoey base. I just wanted a touch. You know what? I got a feeling I'm going to need another one of these. Because I want more of a brothy, like more of a brothy stew than anything. Add some salt. And I'm going to add a little bit of saffron. Saffron is just going to give it a really nice flavor. Saffron's very expensive, but the flavor is unbelievable. I kind of like tasted something similar to this when I was in, and you put a pinch in. I tasted something similar to this when I was down in Margate and at the Shore House, and there's a place called Stephen Cookies. And every time my girlfriend and I go there, we always open up Memorial Day or summer with a stop of Stephen Cookies, and we have a martini at the bar, and while we're waiting for our table, and this is what we eat. We eat something similar to this. So as that's cooking, turn it down. I have here some cod, scallops. Now with the scallops, there's a piece of flesh that comes on the side, which I already cut out. And usually you find it's a little tough piece of meat that blends in. But because I already cut it out, if not, it just gives a tough, when you go to bite into the scallop, it's just like a piece of tough meat. Okay? I also have some shrimp. I got the organic shrimp. There's a place near me. I don't know where everybody's from, but I know the people in the city, we don't say Acme, we say Acme. It's really spelled A-C-M-E, but they pronounce it Acme, and everybody goes to the Acme. But around here, yeah, so this is where I got the, it's already cleaned and deveined, organic shrimp. My fish is all wild caught because they didn't have organic there, but it's all wild caught. And I also have clams. They've already been cleaned. I'm using sea salt. It's always good with fish. Scallops, I'm trying to make sure that I don't forget anything. And, of course, pepper. You place your cod. Now the cod usually comes in fillets, but they have 5-ounce portions, which is perfect for me. I love it like that. And cod doesn't take long to cook. And because you have, neither does the scallop. So you got to be careful when you put everything in there. This tastes so good because it has a nice light flavor to it. Doesn't have an overpowering flavor like a tomato flavor because you're only putting only a little bit of the chopped tomatoes, and fresh plum. There's chopped fresh plum tomatoes, so it's not going to be a heavy tomato base. It'll be a nice light base because I used 2 of the Cento juice. Do me a favor. Share this video with people that you know, And also, you know, if you like what you see and you like it, just throw some hearts down and some comments for me. And please tell me where you're coming from, because I get a lot of people, I say this all the time, but I'm looking to expand into the other countries. So far, like I say it all the time, I have my loyals in the United States, Canada, Australia. I have them in Italy. I have them in the UK. So, which is real, and I also have in Norway, which is really quite exciting for me. So you're going to baste this, and then I'm going to throw the clams. The flavor of this is going to be unbelievable because of the type of seafood that you're picking, that I picked out. I just got a dozen, only because of the fact there's just the two of us. But, and we have all this fish, and if my son joins us, well, then even better. Okay. And then I'm going to put the scallops on top of that. It's not going to take long. This is one of the simplest meals I think I've ever made. Did I put everything on there? Basil, garlic. Oh, lemon. Can't forget the lemon. And all I did was squeezed one lemon in here. And I'm going to get the microblader or whatever they call this thing. Everything's been washed. I'm going to grate some fresh lemon in here. You never want to grate the lemon until you see all the white. You want to be able to just grate the lemon on the top until you get to the white, because past that, the lemon gets bitter, and you don't want a bitter flavor. You just want a nice hint of lemon. And you're going to want to put a lid on this, because you want your seafood to open up. You want your clams to open up. Okay, over here I've already put the garlic and olive oil in. You're going to saute that up. Put some pepper. It doesn't take long for this, the broccolini, to cook, because you already parboiled it. You just want to coat it with the flavor of the olive oil and garlic. It smells so good. I wish they had smell-o-vision. I really do, because it's unbelievable, the smell that comes out of this kitchen sometimes. Sometimes I really do a good job. But you know, you have those days where you're like, you know, it's like it does. Sometimes your regular meals don't come out the way you want them to come out. But let's just say my husband's been very happy when I do these cooking shows, because he gets to taste something different. So everybody, how's the weather out there with everybody? Tell me what the weather's like and where you're coming from. Please drop a comment below on where you're coming from and what your weather is like. I mean, I know there's a lot of people still in Michigan and those areas that are experiencing still cold weather. We're just now starting, because I'm coming from New Jersey, from the southern part of New Jersey, not far out of Philadelphia. And we're just now starting to get some warm weather, and the flowers are going to start being planted, and so it's getting nice. So you do a quick stir, not long. What I also did was, because I used the organic brown basmati rice. I didn't want to do a pasta because I feel like I eat pasta too much. And if it wasn't for my product called Carb Blockers, it really, really helps with controlling my diabetes. It fights the enzymes and it helps secrete the carbohydrates. in your system. So it's really good for people that are diabetic. And if you want more information, just let me know. I'll be happy to send you a $10 off coupon and tell you where you can get it. The company will give you $10 off your first order, so which is really good. But it's really helpful for people that have diabetes, especially if you're trying to. Everybody, when you have diabetes, you have to change your eating habits, and everything's in moderation, and you have your good carbs and your bad carbs. But sometimes I feel like, the pasta that I like to eat and was shared with me by a nutritionalist was, it's called Dreamfield because it's only 5 digestible carbs. But, and then you can also have the other type of spaghetti that has the protein in it. I don't know much about that because, like I said, I'm not really a nutritionalist. I don't get into that end of it. But the Dreamfield was recommended to me when I found out I was a diabetic. Now, so what I did was, in my rice cooker, for 1 cup of the Basmati rice, I put 2.5. It's 2.5 cups more of the water that you use. So you judge and see how much water you want. How much rice you want to make, and you follow the directions. I already pre-did everything because sometimes in my rice cooker it can take up to a half hour, 45 minutes to cook the rice, and I love that thing. Got it years ago. I saw it on QVC. Wolfgang Puck. It just makes my life easier. So this is starting to boil now. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's it, folks. Once it comes to a boil and your clams are open, you're good to go because everything else is cooked. Did I tell you how easy this was? Okay. I thought I had a dish, but I didn't. But I am going to plate this baby now. I'm getting my rice out, so if anybody doesn't see me, I'm over here trying to get my rice out. And the one thing that I love about the rice cooker, the rice comes up nice and light and fluffy, and that's what I like. Because if I cooked it on the stove, it would not be cooked. It would be sticking together. I would probably burn the bottom of the pot. How many people burnt the bottom of the pot when you're cooking rice? So that's why I went and bought a rice cooker. It's worth every bit of penny that you put out. Okay, so here goes some shrimp. Here goes some clams. Here goes some scallop. And here goes some cod. In fact, I'm going to cut that in half, so this way I have some for my son. I put that over the basmati rice. You can also, I should have put it in a bowl, but I used all my bowls. It smells wonderful, folks. I wish one of these days I'm hoping to cook for a bunch of people that would appreciate it. You know how sometimes you feel like your family doesn't appreciate what you cooked? They're like, Whoops. Okay. So here you have it, folks. Right here. You have your basmati rice. You have your shrimp, your clams, your cod, and your scallop, and a little bit of broccolini. You pour the juice over your rice and over your into your clams. Oh, let me taste. I gotta see if it's poison. Hold on. That's amazing. Sometimes I really surprise myself. Okay, so once again, I am Teresa Siderio. I am your Jersey Mama. Please feel free to go onto my link on my Facebook page. Like my page. I will be posting this in different parts, so hopefully somebody will be able to see it. Share my video. All you have to do is hit share. I will answer anybody's questions that you might have. Please comment on where you're from if you're hitting a replay, and any questions you might have. And then I'll come back and I will definitely give you some information and or answer any questions that you might have. So I am Teresa Siderio, your Jersey Mama. Bon appetit.